What's going on, guys? So I haven't really done anything, New Year type thing, like any kind of, I guess, bunch of shit. I've been at work like a motherfucker, and that would be why. But I couldn't not talk about this because I saw this article from Polygon talking about the um, Kinect. You know, the thing Microsoft discontinued last, I think, October, I think is when Polygon themselves made an article talking about the actual physical Kinect. They said that Xbox was abandoning it when they sell off the stock that's in stores now. They will be making no more. Um, it looks like they're dead serious because months later, here we are in the new year. It is now January. Polygon writes another article talking about that cord. Remember the cord that Xbox came out with so that if you bought the Xbox One Slim, you could still have your Kinect if you had one? They are abandoning that cord. Um, so the Kinect now is fully abandoned. There is no more Kinect. Um, I know that seems weird to say, but while they were making that cord, it seems like this was only half true. That you could say Xbox was abandoning the Kinect, because how are you abandoning something when you're still producing the cord to put it on the Xbox One Slim? I don't know if it works for the Xbox One X, but when you're still producing things that are, technically still able to be used, like the Xbox One cord that plugs your Kinect into the Slim. So this article just came out on the 2nd from Polygon. I'll have a link to it in the description down below. Feel free to go read it. I don't know if it says a specific date of when they actually discontinued it. I just know the date on the article is posted as of the 2nd. When this video goes live, it will be the 3rd. So now that to me is hilarious, of how much time it took for Xbox to actually go, hey, why don't we just discontinue the overall Kinect in general? Not just the physical Kinect itself, but the cord connecting it, from not only the brick VCR model, but from the Slim as well. Why don't we just say fuck it to everything? I find that hilarious because it's not only like a couple of days, it's a couple of months, which says they weren't ready to fully give up. That to me is really interesting because obviously they wanted it to go through the holidays and see if they couldn't make a few more dollars off of it. And, of course, you're wanting to burn off the inventory you have, but at the same time, it's just really weird that, you wouldn't stop production of the cord that connects the Xbox One X or the Xbox Kinect to the Xbox Slim at the same time that you say, I'm not making any more Kinects. That's just weird. I don't know if Polygon meant to put this article out back in October like they did the other article, but it's fucking funny to say the least. Now I have both articles and I'll have both of them linked down in the description below for you to go find out the article back in October when they talked about the Kinect being discontinued, and then the one that has, like I said, the stamp on it for yesterday. Which is why I find this so entertaining, because why would you wait months to discontinue a cord for an item that you discontinued months ago? That's just weird. But then again, it might just be me. I've always wanted to get the Kinect just so I can be like, hey, I have an Xbox One, full on Xbox One, where it's got the Kinect. I can have the video, I can have the headset on, and I can do full on video streaming of it. It was never like that important to me because I can find them used, I can find them new, I can find it no matter what. It was never like a must have item for me. And being that I have a Slim, it definitely became a not must have item because, pardon me, I'd have to buy another piece of equipment just to plug it in. So I didn't care. You know what I mean? And being that Kinect was more a 360 item, meaning that, hey, the 360 benefited from it more so than the Xbox One, which I still feel like they could benefit from it with the Xbox One, on the simple fact that had they not forced it on people, and made it an option and made more games Kinect friendly, like what they did with the 360, the Kinect probably would have taken off. But again, with the failures of 2013 and it being tied in with the Kinect, it was probably better that that thing failed. Because again, you don't have that many games that are Kinect friendly. I mean, what do you have for the Xbox One that's really Kinect friendly when you think about it? Not a whole hell of a lot, and that's the problem with the Xbox One, especially this generation of Xbox. Phil Spencer, unfortunately, you don't believe in exclusive titles, and the Kinect is a device in which makes the gaming console have to have exclusive content. Like, you can't have those titles show up on a PC on your Windows. You can't do that. You can't have games be shared between devices. These games would have to be on your Xbox One and nowhere else. And unfortunately, with Kinect, um, while that would be a great thing, and Kinect could definitely improve that, you just don't see the point in having that. Which is why I say it's okay that they don't want to continue it. At the same time, it's also bad because Kinect could definitely create a exclusive lineup of content if they did it right. But due to the fact of the way 2013 happened for Xbox, they felt the best course of action was to discontinue it. You know, oh, well, nobody wanted it. Everybody just thought it was a piece of shit and this, that, and whatever. Which, again, yes and no. Yes, you had to pay more money for it because it came bundled with the machine. However, you had a machine that was not producing or pumping out the games for the Kinect, making the Kinect seem relevant in 2013. Had you been producing games like, say, Halo 5s and even Fables, and then your main games alongside of those were Kinect friendly and they were really good Kinect games, like, say, on a 360 when you had like Fable Legends and the Star Wars games come out alongside those, maybe people wouldn't have been so quick to say how useless the Kinect on Xbox One is. But with 2013, people just saw it as a voice activated remote that failed a lot. They also saw it as a spying device because of paranoia in 2013 for some reason being almost as fucked up as the 60s and 70s with the whole, government watching us thing. I don't know why we've gone back to that and why we're so sensitive, but that's a whole other topic for another time. Um, However, again, I blame this on Microsoft because they failed with the Kinect. This is all Microsoft's fault. They failed with the Kinect, okay? It's not that, hey, the fans demanded that they take it out. Yes, they did, but there was a good reason, okay? The fans demanded that the damn Kinect be taken out, but it's not because they didn't want it, it's because Xbox just didn't deliver for it. The whole setup for the Kinect was it was going to be a voice remote. Hey Xbox, snap this, snap that, snap this, snap that, snap this app, snap that app. Switch over to my television, switch back over to my games. Nobody was interested in that. After seeing what the Kinect could really do in a like hybrid beta on the 360 with games like Star Wars and that Nightmare game, alongside Fable Legends, alongside like the Dance Revolutions and shit like that, all those type of games. People were really excited for like, another Kinect but with better games. And unfortunately, with the launch of the Xbox One, they weren't promised anything but a big ugly brick Kinect with a camera on one side and a infrared sensor on the other that could see you and do nothing other than listen to your voice, and not very well at that. When the 360's Kinect could do a hell of a lot more. So while the Kinect should have been able to make playing games a hell of a lot more interesting, and they should have improved the functionality from the 360 to the Xbox One with the Kinect, which would have improved the demand and the gaming library for the Kinect, improving upon the exclusive content for the Xbox One, which is Don Matrix's fault, and then again falls on Phil Spencer's fault because he doesn't really see the point in exclusives, which you can tell by the library now. I can't blame this all on the fans, even though the fans did say we don't want Kinect. They didn't want it for the right reasons, and Microsoft unfortunately listened to the fans and took it away instead of going, no, 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 you want this. Here's a shitload of content for you, and it'll work the way the 360's version worked, improved upon. Trust me, play it. You know, which is, if they would have done that, I don't think the Kinect would have died. You know, if they would have came out with like, I really wish I knew what the Nightmares game was called on the 360 because I played that game and it was really fun. Fable Legends, if they would have came out with a Fable game for the Kinect and made it more than just Fable Legends where you're riding around on a horse and carriage, it probably would have been a hell of a lot of fun. If they would have came out with a Halo Kinect, that would have probably sold a shitload of fucking Xboxes and would have made Halo probably a lot of fucking fun. If they would have came out with, you know, a lot of their first, like even Gears of War on the Kinect and improved upon the Kinect from the 360, people would probably love the Kinect, if not at least tolerated it, because hey, my favorite IPs are also Kinect titles, and those are exclusive content games, making it a reason to own the Xbox. Yet, again, Microsoft failing to do so made it to where their customer base said, fuck that damn thing. And therefore, we have what we have now, which is Microsoft just said, fuck support for it. Fans didn't want to support it. And we have this clusterfuck. See what I'm saying? And even PlayStation at this time has that PlayStation Eye toy. I think that's what it's called. And they show support for that, which in a funny way, Xbox, is how you should have handled your Kinect. If you want to live and learn, look at how PlayStation handles the iToy, and I hope that's the name of it. It's that fucked up weird camera which they've redesigned. It went from a square shape, which looked like a fucked up small version of the Kinect, to a circular shape. And there at one time was only one fucking thing to play on that, and now there's like, I think, 5 or 6. So if you want to learn Xbox from your mistake of canceling the Kinect for the Xbox One and why you had to, just look at PlayStation. Their iToy, they've actually utilized by having an add-on for it with VR. Not only that, but there's actually games for PlayStation that utilize the the iToy. I swear to God, I hope that's the right name. Anyway, the PlayStation camera, where you have to have that in order to play the fucking game, which is what you should have done with the Kinect, which would have made having that fucking thing reasonable, and people would have been like, you know what, I'm glad I bought the fucking one with the Kinect when it was out. So, I just thought that'd be something to talk about, because while people down, and fucking grounded Xbox for the Kinect when it first came out, I wasn't one of those people, because I was like, well, maybe they have a plan for this, which is they'll make some really bomb games for it, and people will be like, oh man, we were completely wrong, and fucking these games are great. And then turn around and there was nothing. There was like maybe 2 games, and they were fucking disastrous. There was the one game that everybody plays as a dance game, and dance games don't really mean a hell of a lot. I mean, think about it. Who the fuck cares? Now you can play your dancing games on cell phones. I mean, seriously. PlayStation allows you to play that dance, fucking whatever EA dance game that they come out with yearly with your phone. So when you think about that, why would you need a camera, or why would you need Kinect? They needed more content, more exclusive content, follow-ups to some of the really, really good games that were Kinect based on the 360, on Xbox One, and they failed to do so. They failed to deliver, and the customer base, which was small at the time, just said fucking drop it, and Xbox did. So here we are in 2018, and Xbox is like, we don't see a point in carrying on with it, when in fact there probably is a really good reason to carry on for it, which is exclusive content. And exclusive content, unfortunately, doesn't seem to be a big priority. And good old Uncle Phil's totem pole, he just doesn't see the point in that, and that's a fucking shame. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys next time. Deuces.